Hey guys, well in this video we're going to get started by doing a little limits problem that has little components to it, as you can see. Now we have a few different factors that we can utilize to break it down, just break it down. So let's get started. Well, as you can see, this is a complex function with a radical denominator. It has a binomial on the numerator. A few components to it. So if we apply all the limit laws at the same time, it's going to be a little complex. No worries, let's get back down to the basics and we can do one at a time. To get started, we're going to first use the quotient rule, the limit law, and we're going to apply this limit to the numerator and the denominator separately, okay? So we are going to do limit of x, so this is equal to limit of x over x squared minus 1 all over limit of x to the 6 of root 5x. Then at the top, we're going to apply the subtraction rule, and we're going to distribute this limit to this first variable and the second number. Okay, so we're going to do limit, this is equal to limit of x approaches 6 of x squared minus the limit of x approaches 6 of 1. So it becomes minus here, and then we apply it to x squared and 1 separately. Next, we'll be going over the bottom part. Now we can transition this into limit of x approaches 6 of 5x to the power of 1/2. 1/2 is square root. Negative 2 will be 1 over x squared. So just to give you brief distinction, I was kind of going with the negative root versus the fraction of 1/2 versus negative 2 is different. So 1/2 means the radical. So f5x becomes the radicand, and as in the next step, we will be applying this power to the whole limit. That is the limit power rule, where whatever the power that applies to the radicand of the limit can apply to the entire limit itself. So next step, we'll do the next step. Let's do the denominator first. Sometimes. So this will be limit. Denominator will be limit of x6 of 5x all to the power of 1/2. Next, we're going to work on the numerator. The numerator, we have x, limit of x6, x becomes 6 of x squared. So that's just 6 squared, which is 36, minus limit of the constant is just the constant itself, so we have 1. Now let's go to the bottom part, back to the denominator, right? And then we will be saying limit of 6x of 5x is 30, right? 5 times 6 is 30. So we have on the top, we have 36 minus 1, which is 35. On the bottom, we have 30 to the power of 1/2. And this becomes 35 over root of 30. And then we'll be able to multiply the top and bottom by root 30, which is pretty simple. That becomes 30 over, becomes 35 times root 30. Top, bottom. Divide by 5, that becomes 7, that becomes 6, and that becomes 7 root 30 over 6, and we have our final answer.